everybody. It is another XGR. As always, I am joined by Chris, a.k.a. The Mole, and Anastasia Laserbeam.
Oh, you didn't do your regular opening, say another day, another XGR.
Sorry.
No.
Previously on the last exciting episode of XGR.
Your consistency is
Wherever
broken
there
now.
are games played, wherever there is video game news to be had, wherever there's a topic we will loosely discuss, there is XGR.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Previously on the last exciting episode of XGR. How dare you like Super Mario Sunshine, geeky girl? I'm gonna send you to the next dimension.
How dare you, Mo, sexually abuse my sister over and over again? No.
I'm only human. I have needs.
Also, we make fun of Simon and James Phoenix.
Plus, I do enjoy always going and playing the popular things that everyone enjoys.
Plus, will Richter's children ever get out of the cage? We'll find out.
Same XGR time, same XGR channel.
And I will also say, well, since we're going on earlier, over on Around the Pound, the results of what they talked about this week, or on the results on WXR, what they talked about this month, are Ultimate Warriors Tribute. They also talked about, I believe, divas and intolerance. And, no, I'm going to give away all the whole month for WXR. It's like Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, you just Bischoffed it. Dang. I think you've been going on about 3 minutes, dude. You need to do that whenever James is reading a list. Like. Anyway,
yeah, I've always suggested whenever Jim reads a list, we just need to play that long-winded music they use to get someone off the stage or shows.
That would be awesome.
With the giant hook.
I think everyone else needs it, so when he yells at one person, somebody else will do it then. To drive him crazy. But as always, we will start off with the news, and then we will go into our catch-up section, and then we will move on to our topic, which this week, in a really horrible tribute to Bob Hoskins, who recently passed away, it is about bad video game movies. So he will be mentioned, although I'm pretty sure it'll mostly be about Uwe Boll. So,
what the hell
anyone
is that?
want to? The dude that made the Dungeon Siege movie and House of Dead and Blood Rain and we'll get to that.
Sorry, I just don't recognize people's names.
Also, we may be mentioning Marcus Chateau's favorite wrestler, The Rock.
I'm pretty sure he will be mentioned. But
if we mention him, will we become doomed?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll go first with the news.
Okay.
My mini news. Disney has announced Disney Infinity Marvel Superheroes, a new 2.0 edition, launching in 2004 on all previous platforms: Wii U, Xbox 360, PS3, PC, and mobile. In addition to Xbox One and PS4, your saves from Disney Infinity on your Xbox 360 and PS3 will indeed transfer to the respective new consoles. Disney confirmed to IGN, I know, this is where I got my news from IGN, all characters, power discs, and toy boxes from Disney Infinity 1.0 are compatible with 2.0. Developer Avalanche confirmed that the starter pack comes with 4, Black Widow, thank God she's finally getting some love, an Iron Man, and a mysterious crystal shard piece and a disc piece that add Dungeon Crawler and Tower Defense game modes. Disney estimates that Disney Infinity will retail for $75 in a package that includes the starter pack. More playsets, both Marvel and other Disney-themed characters, will come to Disney Infinity 2.0. 80 new power discs are also coming, bringing new features such as team-ups.
I feel like I would buy the Venom figure even before I get seen.
Yeah, I want the Venom figure. If they do a Venom figure, I want it. I'll probably be buying Venom, Spider. I'll probably buy down a load of figures, I will admit. Sadly, I will be getting that. But I will also say, one of the things that makes me giggle about that list, did you see one of the features?
Which feature?
They've got a new item which allows powers such as Team Up. The last game was advertised with Team Up your favorite heroes. What? Is this a feature to add multiplayer? I don't think it is, but still, you know what I mean? Isn't putting 2 people next to each other a team up in the traditional comic book sense?
Yes.
I thought whenever 2 people do a task together, regardless of situation, it's a team up.
Sometimes it's a team up if it's like Spider-Man and Iron Man. Sometimes it's more of a temporary setup. Like if it's Superman helping Lex to overcome Dark. None of those. Sorry about that, people. Just in case this editing sounds a little weird, we did experience a little bit of technical problems. What I was saying is none of those three of Superman, Lex, or Darkseid will be appearing in this as their DC. However, as I mentioned to Richter, I mean, I would totally buy a DC one, but I kind of know what the DC pack would be like. All the DC figures would be like animated Batman and fucking farmer Batman, old man Batman, Batman with a gun, fucking, and a vampire Batman.
Artist rendition of Batman.
Yeah, it'd just be all Batman and then like one Superman figure.
You know what would be... You know what disc I would want for a DC one? I want a Nolan disc that when you put it on, it makes everyone talk in that Nolan voice. So even like Wonder Woman, be like, I'm Deanna.
Yes.
I am my lasso of truth.
I'd like a Nolan disc when you put it on, it makes everything so over the top realistic. So like Wonder Woman like throws her whip, like her rope around them instead of a lasso, it's just a whip. And she's like, we're doing around them. Oh my god, I'm telling the truth, how? You see, inside the rope is lined little needles containing truth serum. That'd be amazing. And one of the trophies in that game needs to be, if you buy Doomsday and you need to punch Superman and the figure breaks, you need to get ding! Death of Superman. Same thing if you get Bane figure and you pick up Batman and snap him over your knee.
That would be great.
You get a trophy pop up in the corner. Ding! Gotham's Reckoning.
Gotham's Reckoning.
Gotham's Reckoning is better.
You have to add a few M's in there to make it like...
Gotham's Reckoning. We should do an entire podcast in Bane voice.
All of us Bane voices, like that South Park episode where everyone kidnapped the male guy and used the Bane mask.
That'd be awesome. Welcome to another rendition of XGR. And we just keep doing that. It'd be fucking hilarious.
You do not have my permission to not listen.
You have my permission to talk about the news.
And I will say, when you're dead, Stacey, you have my permission to be raped.
What?
I'm sorry, I crossed the line, I appear. I don't know where the line was. It was probably imagining someone wants to rape you. Well, that makes it worse, saying the line was pretending someone would want to rape you. That just sounds hilarious. That sounds like an insult. Let's move on to Stacey's news.
Alright. My mini news is, like, cause I know how everybody's so, like, obsessed with golf. I know, man, golf is, like, the best thing ever. Like, right? Yeah? Yeah.
Actually, fun fact about golf.
I love golf, man. Golf's my jam.
Actually, I'm not going to mention a fun fact about golf, but I will say I did mention a fun fact about golf to Simon and James before this podcast recorded.
Really? What did you say?
I said I wasn't going to mention it because it's way too long, and I don't think anyone here...
You told somebody else something and not tell me what it was? Now you leave me in suspense.
Well, it was just a fact that over here, for the longest period of time, par wasn't used. Our par was bogey, because what you used to do is you used to go against a fictional character that you used to believe got the best score, and you used to call him Mr. Bogey. In America, they called him Colonel Bogey for some reason. But essentially, when Americans came over here, because their fields and stretches of golf courses are much larger than ours, they found ours much shorter and therefore much easier. So they were always getting one over bogey, and then eventually they just went back to theirs, and they called one over bogey and normal par, and eventually us and the rest of the world just stuck with par and bogey.
Please tell me this imaginary golfer also hid under kids' beds and scared them, you know, when they're asleep, and terrorized them with golf-based nightmares, and that's why they called him the Bogeyman.
He did not.
I'm Mr. Bogey, and I'm coming to get you.
He did not, but still, I thought it was an interesting fact. Bogey used to mean par. Mind-blowing. But still, golf, I will say for anyone listening, golf's not that bad.
I like golf. I love mini-golf.
No one's ever been hurt playing golf. Hi, Crispy.
Has he been hurt playing golf?
This sounds like the best story.
Wait, how did you guys don't know that story? Everyone else does.
No.
Basically, I was playing putting with the Crispy in my garden with a child's putting set. From when I was volunteering at the cancer research shop. They got this putting set for children and stuff like that. We can't really sell this, so one of the pieces are missing. What are we going to do with it? We're going to have to give it to one of our employees, or they'll have to buy it off us. And I gave them the money, I bought it, I took it home. Playing with this child's putting. I went to take a massive swing as hard as I could with this thing, like they do in actual golf. I slightly missed, and the ball just rolled slightly forward, but as I came round, I smacked Crispy on the side of the head. He went flying and fucking landed down on the floor. He came up, and the whole side of his head was covered in blood, and this child's metal putter was bent the fucking arm.
That sounds amazingly terrible. Oh my god. Okay. Well, now you
I
get your all.
see that as an animated thing.
Now that you're all hyped up for
I know that Crispy likes it when I mention him on the podcast. So hi, Crispy.
Now that you're all hyped up for golf and stuff, there'll be a demo soon for the Mario Golf coming out. So yeah, you can practice up on your golf skills. So when the real thing comes out, you can be like, no, I'm all pro at this already, and you can be all awesome as you're golfing and be like everybody else.
I love the Mario Golf games. I will say the Tiger Woods golf games and shit where you have to go too in depth with what the sticks do and what angles you have to do. I'm not that interested in that.
I can't beat Tiger. I can't beat Tiger Woods. He's a professional golfer, but Mario, he's not professional. So maybe I have a chance of beating him.
Yeah, but like I said, with the sticks and stuff, that one's a little complicated and stuff. And I'm like, it's cool if you like that. I just don't. It bores me to play that one. Or I do kind of like watching golf sometimes, but cartoony golf games are always awesome. I love the Mario Golf series. I wish that was on a console instead of the 3DS. It's like I loved Wii Sports with golf. I love that stuff. Everybody loves golf. It's fucking awesome.
Woo!
We need Mario Golf in the consoles. Woo!
Yeah! So that was my mini news.
Okay. For my mini news, they have officially announced the Games with Gold for Xbox Live Gold subscribers. First half of the month is Dust and Elysian Tale, which is an awesome game, Metroidvania style game, really fun. And for the second half of the month, it is Saints Row the Third. So if you have an Xbox and have a Gold subscription, I would recommend both of those.
And cool.
Yeah, that was mine. So, on to the big news.
And we'll see after our technical difficulties, just to give him props and mentions where I mentioned Joe. I'll say hello to James Phoenix, who's going to be helping us by doing a backup recording. So, touch wood. I don't actually have wood near me, but touch wood. Hopefully nothing goes wrong.
Woo!
So props to James Phoenix.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, there's that podcast ruined. No.
It's okay, you tap the wood that he doesn't have.
I'm kidding. Like in the wrestling. Thank you, James. Thank you, James.
Of course, Mo has what our good friend Gay Simon was here before the podcast.
You have a friend straight, Simon?
We need
Touché.
So if you don't have a straight Simon, he's just Simon.
All right, now go away. Thank you, though.
Nicest person ever, Anastasia Lacey. Oh, thanks for helping out. Get out.
Oh, I kind of wish James had been here when I bished off the beginning.
So, mega news. Mac Daddy news.
Oh, the big news.
Yes.
Okay. I will go with my news then, just to keep up continuity, as if anyone gives a shit about that on this. Mario 8 Nintendo Direct broadcast has happened. They mentioned, first of all, let's talk about the online gameplay. I'm just going to break it down for you here. They said 4 different modes: worldwide, regional, friends, and tournaments. Voice and text chat will be available in lobbies. The former will be used using the gamepad microphone. Tournaments will be an integrating new option that allows you to set up tournaments for specific times, days, and with custom rules. This includes setting speed classes, teams, items, vehicles, control methods, frequency of your tournament, whether or not you invite Geeky Girl, the works. It says here, though, Nintendo does not condone inviting Geeky Girl.
Hey, I'm actually pretty.
Point on the back of the box.
Yes. I don't want to under the health and safety messages.
You have to get past that screen before you play the game.
Yes.
I'm pretty good at Mario Kart, so like, I don't know.
I was only kidding. I look forward to playing everyone on this. Ghost data. Download data to race against, including friends, the top 10 players in the world, or the developmental team. There's also going to be Mario Kart TV will be returned.
You said developmental team. I don't know why my first instinct was people who are developmentally challenged find some way to use a remote, and then they're racing against each other. Yeah. So it's just like the handicap Olympics or something, except for kart racing.
Yep, so that was just the online gameplay. What do you guys think about the online? 'Cause I'm breaking down each section just to get through this faster.
Sounds good.
What do you think about the online?
Sounds good.
I like the tournament idea over days. That's perfect for all of us with different schedules and stuff, because all you got to do is go over to the Xpound and look at any of our achieves in the past, and you'll know our times don't quite match up. Hi, James. I said achieves. But yeah. Next up, vehicle customization. Rather like Mario Kart 7, vehicles can be customized in 3 key areas: body, tires, and glider wings. These will influence different aspects. The idea is that Mario Kart 8 will offer the most flexible options yet. The broadcast did show some combinations and some details. For example, the body, circuit special. Tires, high-performance slick tires. Glider, super glider. And performance, this is out of 6 stars now. Speed was at 5, acceleration was only at 2, weight was at 4, cornering was at 3, and grip was at 3. But on a completely other end of the spectrum-ish, kind of, they showed a few. I'm just talking about a few. They showed standard body, standard ATV. Tires, shock-absorbing monster tires. Glider, wild flying squirrel waddle wing. Wow, they made Richter's ATV.
When you just said heavy, I was wondering if Rosalina is still going to be a heavy character for some reason, you know?
Yeah. Performance out of 6 stars again is speed 4, acceleration is only 1, weight is at 5, cornering is at 1.5, but grip is at a massive 5 out of 6 stars. So what do you guys think about customization?
Oh, now I have to think about stuff, and I can't choose the duck car and move on. I have to, like...
You could build a duck car.
No, I mean, like, the duck car is from, like, what was it? Mario Kart. I don't know, whatever the last one that was on the console.
I know, but I meant the fact they each put out like that, they'll do what they did on Mario Kart 7, I think they did it, where, like, if you have, like, say, the body of Circuit Central, or the hell they mentioned there, you've got the tyres that match it, and the glider that matches it, and that makes one exact car. But yet, you can then change the tyres to be tyres from a different car and change its performance. So you can still make your duck car in that.
Oh, it's not the duck car. I just said, like, they all have the same specs, or pretty much, so I could just have, like, the outward can have a duck car, but now I'm going to have to, like, think about it and stuff and strategically plan stuff or whatever.
Fair enough.
But they do have my favorite character, Baby Daisy, so yeah.
Yep. We'll be going on to that in a sec, but I will say, what does our resident Monster Hunter player think about customization? As I know that's a heavy element of that. I know he enjoys customization.
Yes, I think it's awesome. Didn't they have a little bit something similar in Sonic All-Stars Racing where you could unlock different like types? So
they did. You can unlock like different tires and stuff.
Yeah,
different
so
types.
Change like your handling and speed and stuff.
Well,
I think that Sonic had them all at the start.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
I was going to say the best thing.
I think that's awesome.
The best thing would be for Sonic Racing is him to get out of the car, you know, and he just pedals it like him. He gets the Flintstone car where he just, you know, pedals it himself.
They mention they do address that in one of the games.
They give him a Flintstone car?
That's something that everyone took a shot at. Is wouldn't Sonic be faster if he got out and ran? And like they say, the official rules of the kart racing is no competitor may leave their car. And all feet and hands must stay inside. Thus, he's only inside the car because it's the rules of the competition.
Just for All-Star Racing Transformed, doesn't he go supersonic when he gets the...
He kind of does, yeah. He goes supersonic when he gets the thing. But if you notice, when he goes supersonic, he keeps hold of his car, like on the steering wheel, and drags it the fuck along.
Oh, does he?
At one point, one of the two he did, yeah. One of the two he still held onto the car, but that was their explanation.
Gotcha.
I don't know. It was like, it worked. But new items. There's a super horn. Could be hugely useful. It's a one-hit item that can hit nearby items with a burst of noise and can also take out approaching shells. Even the blue spiky shell. Crazy 8. An upgrade to the Mario Kart 7 equivalent. This provides the following weapons. Invincibility Star, Ink Blopper, Coin, Mushroom, Bomb Op, Banana Peel, Red Shell, and a Green Shell. I'm not sure if that's all. I don't think that's all. That might be all at once, actually. Boomerang. This can be thrown 3 times and is useful for putting hits on as it's thrown and it returns. And Pirata the Plant. Piranha Plant, that's the one. I thought they had his name, because wasn't it at one point Peter Piranha?
It's Petey Piranha, yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking, wait, that's Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant, a favourite of ours. In the hands-on this time, the powerful weapon flips over under races and eats bananas and grabs items.
What if it's a generic piranha plant, though? Like, it's not, king of the piranha plants.
I know. And we also have new challenges of Baby Rosalina, Pink Gold Peach, Larry, Roy, Iggy, Lemmy, Morton, Wendy, and Ludwig.
Wait, there's a Baby Rosalina as well? Because we didn't have her before. Is she still going to be a heavy character like she was fat as a child, too? That'd be great.
It doesn't say, but what did you guys think about that?
Oh, it sounds awesome. I like it. And I like to know how the Koopa kids they're gonna play in here too. Like how they're gonna have their own special thingies because they gotta make them individual, So I want to see like how they're gonna like have their own set of skills or whatever. How they're gonna make them individuals.
Fair enough.
I'm glad they didn't forget about the Koopa wings. But Baby Rosalina, son of a.
Yeah. I don't even know why she's in there. I didn't much care. I thought she was overrated because everyone's like, "Oh my god, she was in Galaxy. She must be awesome." No, that's not how it works.
I just called her Emo Peach.
And they overrated. Some people are overrating her above Daisy now, and I'm like, "Come on, Daisy."
Daisy's awesome.
That's not cool, yeah.
Yeah, that's not
She's
cool,
just Emo Peach. She's just Peach when she decided to have her hair in front of her face instead of like in the back.
Well, as I've always said about Rosalina, she doesn't even have the decency to get kidnapped. I mean, come on. They also spoke about Bike v Car, and they said, for example, like Man v Food.
Yes, they mentioned Moo Moo Meadows and Mario Circuit in order to demonstrate the strength of each vehicle. With multiple laps and remarkably close times, it was shown that the bike was quicker on Moo Moo Meadows because it was like turn heavy basically. They also said that the car was better on Mario Circuit due to long straights. So whether or not you pick a car or a bike could have some possibilities on whether or not you win. And how good it is. Anti-gravity features, well, while not particularly new information for those who've been following the game, they have mentioned the reasoning behind anti-gravity features and explained the spin turbo skill. The origins of these anti-gravity sections came from a desire to introduce a new mechanic. With rejected ideas including races that go underground, it was explained that the option of flipping the camera when upside down was considered but rejected in favour of having the best playable experience. Gee, I wonder why that was decided. The decision absolutely makes sense. Yes, it does. Especially when it's meant to be for all skill levels. Live music has caught our attention when we played the preview build. The title continues this fine work of games like Super Mario 3D World in using music performed by a live band. And finally, Nintendo Direct closed with a new gameplay trailer, which in itself, along with snippets throughout the main broadcast, shows some new courses. we get a look at a new Rainbow Road course involving outer space base and a spectacular new Bowser's Castle. So everyone's thought then, just to wrap up the big news.
Oh, I just wanted to say to Richter, you said Rosalina didn't have the decency to be kidnapped, but her personality got kidnapped.
Don't worry, yours can keep it company.
Shut up.
I'm nice to you, Geeky Girl, when we record.
Uh-huh.
Now, from the sounds of it, Mario Kart 8 sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, it sounds freaking awesome. Like, you're a jerk if you don't get it.
Well, I don't know why I said like that. Phenomenal. But come on, brah. Let's all play some Mario. No pro gamer says that, but still. Let's all play Mario Kart. It looks fucking awesome. I'm going to be getting it. I know Geeky Girl will be getting it. I don't know about Rick, Jim, or Marcus, but hopefully they do. If not, fair enough.
That all the Mario Kart 8 news?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to throw in something I learned about this morning that I'm interested in getting that game, but only because I'm stupid. But anyway, what happens is, at least in the U.S., if you register the game with Club Nintendo, Mario Kart 8 specifically, you get, I don't think it's the bundle one. I think I've heard it's just the game. But they will give you a free download for either Pikmin 3, Mario Party, or Wind Waker HD.
Nice.
So I'm like, ooh, I'm kind of tempted to get that.
Sorry, that sounded too sarcastic. Nice. No.
Wait, can you say those games again?
You said Pikmin, Mario Kart, Mario
Yeah.
Party, and Legend of Zelda HD.
Which Mario Party?
I want to say there was another one, but I don't remember it.
Is Mario Party the DS game, or is it a Wii one?
No, it's
added?
Maybe it's Wii. Is there a Wii Party for?
Okay, it's Wii Party because okay. Because the latest console, Mario Party, is absolutely complete shit. It's like, hey, let's take the menu games out of Mario Party and just make it a board game, virtually, without the mini game part, and that's like terrible.
Okay.
So that would be like almost a slap in the face for them to give you that. Here, take it. We can't sell it.
It is. Oh, sorry. It is Pikmin 3, New Super Mario Brothers U, Wind Waker HD, or Wii Party U, not Mario Party.
Okay, good.
New
Okay,
Super Mario Brothers U. Woo! You need to get that game back if you get it.
So is this if you get it like within like a certain date you get it?
Yeah, if you register it with Club Nintendo before July 31st.
And the game comes out the day after.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Only people who pre-ordered it on online stores and got it sent in the post a day early would think I can be able to register.
Oh,
I should not tell Marcus about that, have him buy the game, and then just snag his code.
Yeah. Oh, Marcus.
Hey, you know about that? Be like, no, what are you talking about?
Marcus, I'll put the game in for you. You sit back, relax. You open it up and he just sees you like pull something up in your pocket. What was that? Oh, it's just a leaflet advertising a new Monster Hunter game. Only on 3DS. Sal?
Yeah, only on the Vita, because you don't have that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That makes sense pulling it out of a Nintendo thing.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if Victor was planning to get that. I knew you were planning to get one and not the other of that and Smash Brothers, but... Oh, obviously you're planning to get Smash Brothers. That's one with Mega Man, so it would have been Mario Kart you weren't planning to get.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily. I'm considering it, though, because of that. Because that's like 2 games for 60, so that's 30 each. It's not a bad price.
Come on, I put it to you. Imagine how much cooler Monster Hunter would be if the monsters and the hunters got in carts and raced.
Actually, in Japan they had it. You ever play Puzzle Fighter for Capcom? They made like a Puzzle Fighter with the Monster Hunter people, and I'm like, I want that.
I played both Puzzle Fighter and I also played Dream Pocket Fighters or whatever it was called.
Yeah, the Gem Fighter or whatever it was. The actual Street Fighter game that had those graphics.
Yeah, the actual Street Fighter one that used those graphics. And I was like, yay! Remaster that, Capcom. Said no one besides me.
Maybe the second one. I love Puzzle Fighter. Like I played that way too much back in the day.
Yeah, I liked Puzzle Fighter, but I loved more the one that was like Street Fighter with the little cheats.
That one was really fun to play. I didn't like it as much, but that was a fun game. Especially Felicia, because she would get other Capcom characters as costumes on her attacks. Like,
Yeah, which I think that goes on to the type of player you are too, because I know a lot of people in my real life who got addicted as fuck to the one that was basically like columns with the fight in the middle. Just like I know people got addicted to the other ones, which they were fucking awesome. Both of those were awesome.
Yeah.
Never in our lifetime will we see that again.
No, no.
Because if they did it now, the big fucking square block would be DLC.
Yeah. You get Ryu and Ken, everyone else's you have to buy. Oh.
You get half a Hadouken. They say the words, but to actually make it work, you have to pay.
I want Pocket Fighter Connect, where you actually have to make the shapes with your body.
Wouldn't that be like the hole in the wall thing for like that
comes with a
TV
beach
show?
ball to wear on your head, so you look.
Wouldn't that be like the hole in the wall? Hey, look, Stace.
No,
whatever
there's
you do
a
in the
show.
bathroom's up to you.
No, there's a show called Hole in the Wall, at least like on Nickelodeon, where you have to like make shapes with your body.
I'm aware. It's like over here, and I think they did one over there as well. It's also called Total Wipeout, where you have to go, whoom, jump up and match the shape to go through the block. Yeah. It's genius. It's genius.
I feel bad for the fat people.
Part of me's like, oh my god, the shape looks like a skinny person. Even if I made the shape, I could go,
I was gonna say, I feel bad because it doesn't matter what shape the fat people make, they're still gonna get stuck. Like, when I was watching it, because the thing moves over a period of water, this black woman got stuck in the middle of the hole, and she didn't even fall in the water because she got stuck.
Well, it's basic kindergarten stuff right here. You can't get around the peg through a square hole.
I know, but like, she didn't even fall in the water because she was stuck. They had to help her out.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, but
I'm a horrible person, but that
is funny. But did you want to do your big news now, Stace?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. My big news is basically Telltale they're talking about doing Game of Thrones, so that could be really friggin' interesting. Like, if they did it, that'd be so cool. And I'm wondering how they would do it, because Game of Thrones has a very specific story and kill, not kill thing. So is it just going to be?
They mentioned it's going to be set in a kingdom near it, like Walking Dead, where it wasn't involving the same people from the TV show. They were other people within that world.
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be like that, because like I was like, how is that going to affect it? They'll probably just do an off-world, or like a nearby, like
off-world.
Well, it's going to be technically in the
on
same
the moon,
world,
orbiting whatever the planet.
Well, basically, because they have like slight contact with the main world, but they're like slightly off of it.
See, I know it's easy to make these comments. And it may sound bad, but I wish there was a Kinect Game of Thrones game. But I wish it was a dancing game like musical chairs, where you have to quickly stop, and whoever doesn't stop, like statues, gets eliminated until there's one person left, and then his avatar sits on the Game of Thrones.
That friggin' chair, man. I'll admit, that's a badass chair, but it looks horribly uncomfortable. It's just made out of swords. Like, that's gotta be, like, unless I don't know if the seat part is the actual sitting part is made out of. Because your back, you probably wouldn't mind, but if the bottom part's as comfortable as the back part, oh man, I don't care how, like...
I will also human misery.
I will also say, just to address the internet, or the interwebs for a moment, it was kind of cool at first, where you started to dress up as a character and you sat on that throne. Hilarious. That was years ago. Stop it. Stop it now. No. Each one now, it's like the Chuck Norris jokes. No. We don't want to hear them anymore.
Simon, get off your throne.
No. Simon's was okay, because he was a real person doing it as himself, because he was having fun, he enjoyed it. The ones where they do it like dressed as Vader or dressed as Superman and stuff, and then post it online to try and make a new meme picture, it's like, no, stop it.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant just people. I didn't know, like, they freaking dress up as retarded things.
No, I didn't mind people doing their own picture. It's like people who take their picture, like, lying down at the beach. Cool. But planking is fucking stupid.
Yeah, like, we just have to find a Red Ranger doing it now, though, and then we could make it like Jim. This is how he thinks.
There's a picture of him in the costume.
Well, see, like, it could be like, this is how he thinks he is, and then we have another picture and how he actually is, and it'll be like a sleeping librarian.
I will also say I'm sorry, Victor, for insulting planking. I know you wanted that as a feature in Pokemon Snap 2. The ability to plank or advance with the Pikachu.
Why isn't there Pokemon Snap 2, man? Oh, that was so good.
Well, the only feature I ever wanted in Pokemon Snap was the Poke Beat Stick, where you could hit Professor Oak for not giving you enough points for an amazing picture.
See,
Oh, sorry, the tip of Articuno's wing is out of the frame. You're like, shut up, old man, and you hit him. That's like 4,000 points.
What I want is the circles from Dead Rising. Like, you take a picture of Mr. Mime with his boobs, and it's like erotica.
Yes.
There you go.
Drama.
Yeah, you tap that.
Oh, you hit the Charmander into the, or the Charmeleon into the lava. Drama.
Yeah.
Or like, if you keep hitting the Pikachu, be like, domestic violence, yeah!
Yeah. And when he comes about as a fully pissed off Charizard, it's horror. He's breathing the words, yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. But yeah, looking forward to Game of Thrones, Telltale game.
I'm looking forward to that. Most of their games are pretty cool.
Yeah. Eventually when the CD one comes out, I'll get, Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us. Yeah. That.
CD.
I just put the word disc with CD, so
No.
it's just...
Are you kids enjoying your tunes on your beatboxes?
No, I'm using my record player, man. Crank
when you
that
come
shit
home
up.
to watch music on your MTV?
Oh, MTV doesn't play music. Never again.
I know.
MTV. Make a little moment of silence for MTV. Okay. Okay.
No. Yeah, you'll have a moment of silence and suddenly Ashton Kutcher's going to come out and punk you.
Oh my god, no. No. The biggest punk is him being on frickin' 2.5 Men.
Hey, he's doing a better job than Charlie Sheen when he was drugged off his ass.
That's true.
Winning my ass.
You know, people actually paid to see him. What a goddamn waste of money that was.
People pay to see stupid people. When else do you think Rob Snyder still works?
That's so true.
Well, okay, but Rick, there's the big news from the big guy.
Yeah, Mac Daddy news.
Daddy news. Daddy news.
Let me out of the cage.
Well, speaking of digging old things up like CDs, Microsoft
You found Jimmy Hoffa.
Even better. Microsoft put together a team to actually locate, well, I guess they already knew where it was, but to actually dig up the Atari landfill that had the ETs in it from an rumor of that because the game was so terrible, they just dumped a bunch of them in a landfill. And myth confirmed, they actually found it, and it had a lot of cartridges in there. Most of them were, intact enough that
it's going to be released on Xbox.
It should. Yeah, they should mail it. Dude, I'd take one of those. But what I read is the law of conservation of myths, apparently, to replace that myth is now the myth that some people think it's faked. And they're like, no, that wasn't real, because look at that. Those things are in good condition, and sad internet. But, so yeah, they actually found it. They have some pictures of it. And
I can understand maybe they found them, then reburied them to find, to do the documentary about it. I can understand. But saying it's fake because they're in pretty good condition, they were in an airtight box buried underground where no sunlight was going to warp the plastic, no dust was going to get to it. At worst, the instruction books and stuff may have been slightly decomposed or something, but I don't see why they wouldn't be in good condition.
Yeah. Well, because like when trash is compacted like that, a lot of times the stuff in the middle is like preserved in some kind of weird science stuff.
Whenever there's like shitloads of trash just bungled all together, it is normally preserved. That's why Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan left TNA still looking good. I'm sorry, that was a cheap shot. I don't know why.
Oh, it was great.
But yeah, so that was kind of cool that they actually bothered to do it and look it up. And so now, as gamers, we need to find some other myth or thing to go to instead of the Atari landfill.
My myth is right now is Capcom deliberately made DMC horrible so that the Devil May Cry HD release would make so much money, it would counteract the bad sales of that one. And then they can act like the good guys, like, look, we're giving you fans what you want to make a new Devil May Cry with proper Dante in it instead of Dante, and fans will eat that shit up like it's nuggets, nom, 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 nom. And they'll be like, oh my god, yes, that's so awesome, that's my new theory. Unless they make a new DMC game with emo Dante, that's my theory.
If it works with soda, why not work with video games? You know, make
Yeah,
a craft.
Dante classic.
Yeah, exactly, you know? Like, you come out with, like, Pepsi, Coke shit or something, you know, like, whatever, Pepsi or Coke, you know, the shit version, and you have original, or classic.
Is there going to be a Mexican Dante, then? Like Mexican Coke?
There's also going to be a Steven Spielberg Dante in which all the guns have been digitally inserted with walkie-talkies.
I would want to play that, actually.
I wish a game would actually take the piss out of that. Like, imagine if Steven Spielberg gave him the rights to call it that, something like Call of Duty. Call of Duty, the Steven Spielberg filter, and something like, if your gun now looks like a walkie-talkie. With your walkie-talkie, the people die.
Nice. But that was my big news. So, now on to the catch-up section. Who would like to go first with the games that two of the games they have played this week? There we go. I'll eventually get it out.
I will go first with Soul Calibur Lost Swords, a free-to-play Soul Calibur game. Pretty enjoyable, worth checking out. It's free. It's one of those free-to-play games though, so they are obviously pitfalls and traps in there to try and make you get more money off you and try and get more and more money. But for what's offered for free, it's actually kind of enjoyable. It's definitely worth at least a playthrough or a try. The second one I've been playing this week is Defiance. And I will say, fuck you, Defiance, what you did to me earlier.
Uh-oh.
I bought the new DLC pack launched today, and as I got a season pass, I pressed the download on it, and then I went quickly into the game just to get my shit and then log back out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember where we logged out at our mission?
Yes.
That entire area was filled with one massive multi-arc thing with Hellspawn Uprising is now in progress. I'm like, oh god, no. Because around this time last year or the year before, when we started to get those big ones, they had something called Hellspawn Mating Season, and the whole map started to light up with red ones. I'm hoping that's not coming soon, because that's going to annoy me.
Oh.
But I also played Defiance with Richter, so I believe Richter would like to say his thoughts.
Yeah, we did play that. That was a lot of fun. I am really low level. I wasn't that high anyway, but I made a character on the European server, so I could play with Mole, and we were also joined by Marcus Shadow. And we were doing these, right? Like actual ones that tie to the TV show.
Yep, we were doing episodes.
So that was actually really fun.
I need to figure out what I unlock with the DLC, because it keeps telling me extra missions and places. I don't know how the fuck to get them.
Where are these?
Yeah, I just know I've got them, and you don't.
You're in another castle.
Nope, I got nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, although to be fair, your leveling up pretty fast, because we're taking you through. And I will say they did something awesome with the leveling up system. I don't know how it worked. When I joined your team, and I started to kill those bad guys, they were taking a lot of hits to kill, like the same amount of hits from me as they were from you to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were doing as much damage to me as they were to you, and when they were dropping weapons to me, it was all my level. So, did they nerf me? Or did they up you? Or did they make the enemies on my end appear as my level and on your end appear as yours?
I don't know, because my level didn't change, but I know that when we've done, like when you set the mission, or your leader, I'm not sure which, it actually bumps me up to near your level. So I'm assuming it might have put you down, but I think that's cool that you actually got equivalent level stuff to your real level. That's a nice touch.
I thought that's pretty cool. Yeah, we will have to play through that again during the week or something.
Yes.
Like this weekend.
Yes. That's a pretty fun game.
It's now over to one of you two.
I'll go, since he already half won it.
Yeah.
Okay, so starting off, I was playing the Dragon Age DLC, and it did not corrupt my save. That's cool. I didn't. So, wait. No, I went
No, the
back.
reason I say wait is they say to do it at the end, because basically once you've completed them, by the end of the game, like near the end of the game, that's when it really tells you it's corrupt.
Okay, because I did it. I'm pretty near the game already, so I would kind of be okay because I nearly beat everything.
You're pretty near the game already. It's on the shelf next to you?
No, I mean I'm pretty like near the end, so it's like
Oh,
it's
okay.
fine. It's fine. If it's like corrupted now, I already did like 90% of it, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm hoping they've managed to patch that, to be fair. But that was fucking ridiculous. Even I got that. After I completed the game, I did the DLC, and it said my save was corrupted, but I can still log in with my save. So I was like, okay, so I just either A, don't count the DLC, or I count the save or I count the save like that, and it still reads it, because it lets me in 50% of the time, and other times it doesn't. So I'm just like, okay, it's only cast slightly corrupt.
Yeah.
It's not politician level. It's like
Yeah, it's not as corrupt as
it's store manager level.
It's not as corrupt as, say, the staff of Ranger Vision.
So last time I did the what was it? What was it called? The one with the elf chick from the movie.
Oh, you mean crab position number 6 in the Kama Sutra?
Hey, what?
I'm sorry, I was trying to help you.
No, it was like the elf chick from the movie.
Yeah,
who was like an
Felicia Day.
assassin.
Felicia Day, that's all I know.
Oh yeah, okay, Felicia Day chick. Okay, so I did that one last time. That was like a little disappointing because she needed my help a lot, like with like rogue stuff, which my character's a warrior, but like I understand that we have to have some kind of involvement in it, so like that's why like she needed our help. So anyway, I played the new one, the Legacy one, and I thought it was pretty cool how like Anders got like taken over because he's in the Wardens or whatever, and he got like, oh, I can't take all this like voices and stuff, like because all the other Wardens are getting all crazy because of this thing. And then there's like this old Tevinter mage or whatever. Oh, spoiler alert! Old Tevinter mage or whatever. That's like a he's like half a god or something. He's trying to be a god, or I don't know. It was pretty cool. And it was like around the first blight or something, and it blended in with stuff, so it was pretty awesome. I felt like, and it's so funny because all my entire party like died like instantly because like I was just extinguishing all the flames or whatever, because you have to like, it's like kind of a bit of an event battle that way, where extinguish all the flames, beat them up, fight some dudes, fight them again, extinguish all the flames. And you have to, like, do that a couple times, but by the time I got to the first round of the flames and I extinguished 2 flames, I'm like, where's everybody else? And then, because I was playing as, like, Fenris or whatever, I'm like, okay, everybody's dead. Like, instantly everybody died in, like, in the first, like, 5 seconds. I'm like, what happened? I think everybody, like, the AI just ran, like, into the fire and just stayed there or got stuck or something. And then they just died. Because they all died in, like, one pile. So I don't know what happened.
Nice. Although I will address to one of the things you mentioned.
Yeah.
If he's half a god, wouldn't it make him a demigod?
I guess that would make him a demigod. But, like, the thing was, I spent, like, frickin' 20 minutes doing this thing, because I only have, like, one character and I'm hacking away, and Ferris is pretty strong, but, like, this is a frickin' boss battle, and he's just clipping him, like, so tiny, you know? And then I have to frickin' light the stupid friggin' cups again, and then I have to fight the monsters, and I have to do this all my own, and I have to keep an eye on my health. Luckily, I had, like, frickin' 22, like, life potions or whatever, or quick potions, and I used, like, friggin' 15 of them to beat him, because I'm like, oh, you almost killed me, life potion. Oh, you almost killed me like 15 times.
I'm just going to suggest to Rick, when she mentioned what this fight was, and that she has to keep lighting those torches and stuff, tell me you're not thinking the same thing I am. This needs to be the opening game whenever you go to play the Olympic Games. So, that's how you get the torch there, to light the Olympic torch.
That'd be amazing.
Because all I'm doing is frickin' just, like, hacking away on tiny little bits and then dodging everything. But I don't know how the frickin' everybody else died. Because I'm just healing myself. Like, it's
Bad
just...
management?
I didn't even do it. Like, I just literally, like, hit the first 2 torches, and then I look back and I'm like, okay, apparently everybody else is dead. Like, at least Anders could have, like, not moved and healed, like, the other dead people next to him or revived him, because he has a revive spell, which he did not use. So...
Apparently.
Wah-wah.
Unless he died first, and then he couldn't use it. I mean, I don't know what order they died, so.
I'm going to imagine somebody ran into the fire and died, and he goes, "I'll revive you," and ran over to them to cast a revive spell, and they also died. And then whoever the third party member is like, "God, this guy's stupid. I got to go save him." Runs over and then dies in the fire.
The third one's a rogue that when Anders dies, like, oh, I must go and get his wallet.
There you go.
It was me.
Yeah, one of those people was Hawk, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, it was me, freaking Anders, Fenris, that was the Hawk character, and Bethany. So, like, I don't know. She could technically heal, too, because I gave her, like, extra healing stuff. I mean, she doesn't have the revive one, but she has healing, because I gave everybody who's a mage, like, at least one healing thing. So if we're, like, an immediate, like, dire need, they could heal. But, like, apparently none of them used it. But whatever. I just freaking, like, spent 20 years hacking away with, like, 1 damage with Fenris. Just keep using all my goddamn quick potions. Good thing I saved them up for the, like, entire game and never used them.
Wow, from 20 minutes to 20 years. This podcast now is the pacing of the Nolan film.
It literally took frickin' forever. Oh my god, because he has like this invulnerability thing, and then you can't kill him until you kill his minions again. And you gotta light the goddamn torches again. He's like, oh, I'll make special pathways, and oh, put electricity or fire, make it even longer. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, end this already. Just give up. Go away. Go home. You really think you're gonna win this? No. You have to kill me 22 times for it to win. And that's
Did you ever try just talking to the guy? Try and reason out your differences like a civilized
Yeah, but then I did, and then he tried to frickin' call the old god of the first, blight or whatever, but he's already, like, dead since, like, 500 years ago, and that didn't really help him. So he's like...
so he calls him, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, your god's now dead. He's like, I'm sorry. I talk to you, he's like, okay, he wasn't in right now, let's talk about our differences. And your response is, me Neanderthal. Club to head.
No, like, he was like, my dead god that I don't know will dead or refuse to believe is dead shall help me. And then, you know, he just kept calling...
That's what you need to point out. Aren't gods meant to be immortal? If he's dead, he wasn't really a god, was he?
Yeah, seriously. So anyway, I played that, and the second game that I played was more,
Total Combat?
No, I was more, Bravely
Total
Default.
Combat?
Bravely Default.
I feel like saying what you meant more Total Combat.
More polygons, no.
Sorry.
More polygons.
Yeah, but it was more Bravely Default.
Yeah, more Bravely Default. And I got to the point where I have, like, a gray mage. That's what I'm calling him, because he's both a black mage and a white mage. Because he's primarily a white mage, but I got him, like, 2 levels of black mage. So, because it allows you to have, like, one, like, ability, I guess, from each class besides having the actual class that you're in. So, okay, my one ability will be just, I'm using black magic from a mage or whatever, or from the black mage.
So you made a fake red mage.
I guess, but he doesn't use swords though. He only uses, like, he's only magic. He's just black or white magic.
Wait. Black mage and a white mage together makes a red mage.
I don't know how, but yes.
My mind blown.
Because red mage isn't skilled at anything though, and red mage is like is kind of sort of good at. He's the Mario of everybody. That's why Mario's red. No.
Well, at least in the demo, the red mage had the best ability where you could double cast.
Yeah, well, it's because I only can afford one mage since you hardly ever get ethers. I decided to make him a gray mage. And everybody else, I'm giving, like, 2 classes.
That's a good use for a mage.
Yeah. Everybody else...
Also, can you cheat in that game where, because you don't need to go anywhere to switch your class, right? No. So if you wanted to, you could always switch someone's subclass to healer, use their MP for heal. Like if they're a warrior and they don't use MP, and you just use their MP for healing, then switch them back to whatever their secondary job class is.
Pretty much, yeah.
I used to do that.
Richter, you cheat.
Darn right.
I'd expect this from Geeky Girl, but you.
I have my warrior just to learn cure, and that's it, so...
There you go.
You're a father, man. What example are you setting to your kids?
It's not really cheating, because they can learn, like, one, like, skill or whatever from the other people, and you can switch it up after the battle, so I'm like, okay, you get thunder now.
I can totally see Richter's kids now at sports day or whatever you want to call it over there, where they have to race with, like, the egg and spoons, knocking the other people out with, like, a tire iron and then just running with the eggs, with the egg glued to the spoon.
That was my exact home movie.
Sounds wonderful.
I'm so proud of you.
Too. He just Ric Flair chop blocks the kid in front of him in the back of the leg.
Nice.
He glues his spoon or his egg to the spoon.
There's one class specifically towards getting more money for battle, and that's my one ability for my thief, is that not only do you, force people to buy your stuff, which is an ability, by the way, because if you have an item you don't want, you can, force them to buy it from you for, full price.
Anyone with a sword can do that.
Yeah. But, it's so I combined my thief with my merchant class, so now you have to, give all your stuff to the thief, and he'll also steal it, so I can steal the item back and sell it to him again.
Like I said, it's not an actual real-world ability, because, like I said, pharmaceutical companies have been doing that for years. You need this drug to live? Yeah, sure, you can have it. I'll cost you some money.
But it's, a great way to get, money. I can just, steal the item back and then sell it back to them and keep doing that and just keep refueling my mana, if I really need money.
They never get suspicious.
Yeah, it's as long as you don't kill them, you can keep doing it over and over, as long as you don't run out of mana. So, sometimes if I'm, if I get to a new world, a lot of times I don't have any, money left or whatever. So I'll just keep doing that. I'll just have one really long battle and just never attack anybody and just keep doing that.
Fair enough.
So that's kind of a little cheat for money. Just find whoever gives you the best stuff and, yeah. So that's what I've been playing.
Okay.
It's games and no one's heard about. It's Rick the Hammer.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, maybe. But the other game I played this week is called Dark, and it's on PC and Xbox 360. I played the 360 one. It's like a third-person sort of. Well, I don't know. It's kind of like a stealth game. You play as a guy who just got vampire powers, and so you have to go. I'm pretty early in it, but right now I have to go meet some guy, because basically the way vampires work in that world is when you're bitten by one, you have to drink some of that vampire's blood to be an actual vampire. Otherwise, you just go crazy and become they call him a ghoul.
Sadly, that is how a lot of vampire mythology things tend to do that. Siring, okay. Like Buffy, Vampire Diaries, and a whole bunch of ones have done that. It's a weird thing. Okay. You have to drink the vampire's blood.
Yeah.
But that they still have blood.
Now, which button in that game does a dramatic stare like Twilight?
I don't know yet. I think I have to buy that ability.
DLC dramatic stare button. And it plays music.
But can you see them stare if you're in the dark? You have to
actually... Their eyes will meet with emo music playing when you get into a female character.
You can stare, but you can't see them stare until you pay up.
But yeah, it's okay so far. It's got some really good stealth elements. It's got a lot of the basic stuff. You can stealth kill them if you sneak up. Also, you can feed on them because the blood will power your super abilities. But is
it on PS3?
No, it's PC and Xbox, I believe.
Oh, exclusive.
Yeah.
I would have got that.
But but the feedings, they can hear it better, or it's easier for them to notice it, and they'll be like, "Hey, there's a guy sucking on that guy's neck." And then they come over and get
darling. The Simon button.
Yes, that's DLC too. But I haven't got to play around with most of the powers. It's an okay game. It's definitely one of the lower budget games, so it's not amazing or anything. It doesn't look super good or anything. But the one major complaint I actually have is that it auto saves, and which can be really annoying because anyone that's played Dishonored properly knows that you're welcome. But that when you're trying to sneak past guys and not get seen, the ability to save at any point really helps cut down on backtracking and stuff. Because I'm kind of anal, I'm trying not to get seen by guys. So sometimes I have to load it and then I have to do a 10-minute segment over again because you have to hit certain checkpoints to save, which is not good in a game like that. At least they actually give you a good chunk of experience if you get through sections without being seen, so it's kind of cool that they actually reward you for that, but it's annoying that it's hard to control.
See, that game sounded really cool to me. I don't know if I was being right or not, but the way you described it, I was picturing Assassin's Creed meets Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain.
Yeah, kind of. There's not a whole lot of...
Jumping into
Yeah, there's nothing like that kind of stuff. I don't know how the combat is because literally I've just taken out everybody. If the guys see me, I'm like upload. But yeah, that's so far. Yes, that's a decent comparison. It is kind of like Assassin's Creed.
Nice. Yeah, I went next to Soul Reaper and
Yeah,
like,
with
Two Kings. I love those games. And honestly, if they did make one of those on PS3, I would totally fucking buy that. You know I love me my vampire games.
That's true.
I'm waiting for Telltale to do Twilight. That'd be horrible.
Honestly,
choices
I think
stare or stare.
I was gonna say stare at the wolf or stare at the vampire. Either way, we'll judge you.
I imagine if they were as big as they are now, like 4 or 5 years ago, they probably would have made one.
They probably would have. Now, I wouldn't mind, and this is vampire-wise, I wouldn't mind Telltale getting together with Joss Whedon and doing, based on the comic series they did, why not do Buffy the Vampire Slayer Series 8 as a Telltale game? It doesn't have to be canon or anything, but I'd so fucking buy that.
I would buy that.
I'd buy that first.
I'm sure you would.
I'd buy that for $1.
No, yeah, I was only taking the Mickey with that Geeky Girl, because I happen to know you wait for the discs, but with the Telltale games, I'm one of those where I'm like, I really want to play the Wolf Among Us Season Pass. Come on, next part of the game, come on, next part of the game.
Waiting would drive me crazy, like, I can't do it, because I'm going to forget everything that I did in the last one. The decision's probably not going to
tells you with previously on.
I know, but, like, it's just, I don't know, I like to play it all because that feels connected, and that's not going to tell me everything, and I don't know. I just feel like I'd feel more disconnected.
Yeah. Well, I will say the Telltale games, I think they brought this in maybe with The Walking Dead Series 2, I want to say. Maybe Series 1 more, or a little bit. But I love with the Wolf Among Us where you can actually go and just on the main menu, go through and see all the choices you made and how many people have made the same amount of choices. Now, in The Walking Dead Series 1, they had something similar, but it wasn't quite as good as Walking Dead Series 2's way of doing it, because obviously they improve, and how they've done it in The Wolf Among Us, where you can go from the main menu, just go choices, boom, see all the choices you made, and how many people have done what you did, and how many people haven't. And I laughed when I have it like, okay, I'm in the majority, minority by like a massive fucking amount.
You're a terrible person. No.
That is a cool feature.
Now, with the Dragon Age choices, I am actually hoping we can, in the future, be able to upload our saves from PS3 to that properly, because I'm confused how that's going to work when it mentions... It sounds like you're going to have to reconstruct your entire save by going through the PC and doing checklists and trying to remember shit, which I don't want to remember shit. I want you to remember it. But yeah, that should be an XGR topic next week. Choices in video games.
Done.
Oh.
I'm letting you guys make the choice on that.
Oh, God.
Is Richter totally picturing himself now with a Mass Effect wheel?
No, since it's either yes or no, I pictured I was going to go Infamous. You have two choices. Is it you say yes, or you burn down his house? Well, okay, Infamous, weird choice, but...
I was thinking Mass Effect or Dragon Age, where it's like, yes, no, but in the middle two are sort of unrelated and just completely, what the fuck, dickish. Like, you got yes, no, or, I also like to wear hats. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Oh, that was like in the...
too.
Oh, that was so great in, like, the romance scene, like, on one of them in Dragon Age, I think it was with Anders. One of them was, like, Get Out. That was, like, the worst sex ever. Or I Love You Too. And the other one was, gee, I really like sandwiches. And I'm like, and I was like, and then I chose that one, and it was like, that was, like, the best option, because, like, I felt like that would be most me, you know? Be like, I really like sandwiches. Like, 'cause I don't want to say, like, commit to anything or whatever, because...
I just say Jim is a lucky guy.
Ugh, gross. Anyway, I just thought that was great, that it was, like, that option was in there. They always have that, like, random option that throws you out in there. Like, nope, I don't want either of these.
Yep, but speaking of options, over to Victor for our topic.
All right, the topic this week is bad video game films. So with the untimely passing of Bob Hoskins recently, we were thinking about the Mario Brothers movie and how terrible that was, and
Trust the
even he
fungus.
hated it. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah, and we want, basically, in case you're thinking this is offensive, we wanted to do a tribute to him, and the only show coming up we could do the tribute based on the weekly radios and this monthly stuff was this one. So we decided, yeah, okay, we'll do it, but instead of just insulting that film, we'll branch out into others.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot.
Yeah. He was also in the very good Roger Rabbit and the very not quite as good Who Framed Roger Rabbit video game, which is notorious for having you actually call a real phone number for part of the game. But anyway, on to bad video game films. Obviously, that'd probably be the first one to mention is that horrible Mario Brothers movie. Although, as I said before we recorded, I think that was the best video game related movie I saw the year it came out. Because I think that was the only one.
Yeah, I was saying, were there any other ones before that or
no,
around that?
I don't even remember any video game movies before that.
I only saw that.
I'm pretty sure every tennis movie before that was based on Pong.
There was tennis movies?
I don't know. There has to be. There always be some sort of sports movie some years.
I mean, they made a movie about a chess player. I'm sure they made one about a tennis player.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Mario film's horrible. When it did everything that was good with the games, which you're going to notice, is probably going to be a trend with some of these.
Mm-hmm.
Along with another trend that Richter mentioned at the start of the hour, urinal bowl, whatever it's called.
Urinal bowl.
Yeah, urinal bowl. But yeah, it went against every. I mean, the bombs that walked were kind of cool. It felt so out of like, yeah, it's something from Mario, but it feels so out of place because you make it something not Mario. Like, what the hell did a dead, rotting fungus snot cum stain have to do with Mario?
Oh, it's fungus. Because, you know, they're all mushrooms. See? Huh? Yeah? It's a mushroom kingdom because they're all made out of fungus. Because the fungus stuff is everywhere. And fungus is
plumbers. There's some plumbers and I don't see them battling Miss Panky.
What's up with Blonde Daisy? What's up with that?
Yeah, that's also offensive.
Yeah, like seriously, what's up with that? Be Peach or be Daisy. Pick one, you know?
Maybe she was a hybrid. Those two, I can tolerate more. It's like when you see something, like for example, in, say, like the Spider-Man films before now, where they've taken aspects from all elements of Spider-Man, or like the Batman films where they mix two characters together. Sometimes I can excuse that. Daisy and Peach, I could excuse if she was actually a proper princess instead of being basically like she was out of a fucking Cyndi Lauper video.
Cyndi Lauper, yeah.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
Girls just wanna have fun.
Yeah, she was just some random chick, you know. Also, their shoes didn't do anything.
Oh, the super shoes?
The super shoes. They didn't really like do anything like as like I thought they were gonna be like amazing, and they're like meh.
How weird was Bowser's shrunken head before he transformed, or whatever it was?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know how you get mushroom person to shrunken reptile head person that's like 7 feet tall. Like.
And what about the Goombas? You got little mushrooms into fucking. What the hell with the Goombas?
I don't know.
They're like mushroom-headed things in a suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all, and I don't mean any offense to the dead here, but it's almost as if I was to catch. Let's just assume every actor ever's been alive, because I can't think of anyone else for this role, and I'm casting Mario. I'd be like, if I looked at the Goomba and said, you know who I think would be a great Goomba, Rick?
Mm-hmm.
Michael Clark Duncan. It's like, he was a great actor, great in like the Green Mountain stuff. You wouldn't want to see him with like an over-musculated fucking Goomba.
Yeah.
Although I have heard rumours those Goombas are going to be in the Expandables 3.
They could be.
Because they actually might find a whole group of actors. I think they were from Arnold Schwarzenegger's gym, who because special effects weren't as good as they are today, the reason their faces and heads were the way they were is because they actually had a slightly different version of elephantitis known as mushroomitis, which makes your head become more like a mushroom and more mushroom-type patterns, and that's an actual disease. But I'm glad this film actually brought that to light. I'm glad people are actually managing to raise money for that benefit.
Wow.
Okay, fine, that wasn't a real disease.
I was like, no, it's not.
I know it wasn't a real disease, but still, I didn't know what else to say. What about Yoshi?
Oh, that was weirdish. You know what that looked like? What was that show that was like a sitcom where all the family was dinosaurs and there was like...
Dinosaurs.
Yeah. Is that
what
it?
Was that sitcom where they were all dinosaurs? Dinosaurs!
I don't remember. I never actually I just saw commercials of it.
Yeah, who's that guy? That superhero in that film, Spider-Man.
I didn't know the name of the show, okay? All I knew is, like, that's what it reminded me of. It looked like they just took one of those things from out of there and put it in here.
Okay, fair enough. I'll let it go. It'll be nice.
It didn't belong. Although I did kind of want to see what happened if he sat on it. Like...
Who remembers the great, awesome Mushroom Kingdom from the video games that looked like an underground rave?
That looked like it was out of Blade Runner.
Yes.
Kind of wanted to
Based on locations and some of the sets in this with the underground world and the fashion trends, it's unlikely, but does this film have anything in common with He-Man, the Masters of the Universe?
He-Man.
It might as well.
I think the Toad is closer to Orko than it was actual Toad, because like they're both really annoying and
And I think the Goombas are pretty close in size to Dolph Lundgren.
Okay.
I really don't like them. I also hated their accents. I also hated their accents too. Sadly, he is in the Expendables 3, but yeah. I hated their accents too, which that's also the mistake the Mario cartoon made of giving them Brooklyn accents. And it's like, but he's meant to be an Italian plumber.
I felt like the Mario cartoon was just plain out like offensive to actual Italians, like. Like, I know they were trying to play up the whole stereotype, but then sometimes you just kind of went brutal. Like, sometimes like, you dirty meatball, and I'm like, whoa, back it up a bit, you know? Like,
you
seriously.
called Richter that before we recorded.
I don't think I called him a dirty meatball.
That's true.
Richter?
I was crying afterwards. She did it.
But, like, some of those things I think are just, like, it's go home and eat spaghetti. It's like, I don't know, I just feel like the way they say it's, like, really angry. Like, there's way too much anger and racism behind this statement that shouldn't be in a kid's show.
Oh my god, I know what the Goombas now are.
What?
Oh?
Thinking in my head. Do you remember Pinky in the Brain?
Oh,
yes.
God.
Do you remember his body that was the suit, so his little tiny mouse head would be at the top? It's that suit, only it's an attacker to kill a tomato put on top of it.
That is quite a sight.
Attack to kill a tomatoes.
I actually saw that because I was checking out B-movies in my college, and they had that.
That's probably one of the most famous B-movies. I used to love the cartoon of that. But how about other comic book movies?
Or video game movies?
Yeah, video game movies too. Let's cover them too, why not?
Okay.
This is a game show, I suppose.
One that always bothered me was the first Resident Evil movie. Because I wanted to see...
Evil movies bothered me.
Yeah, but I only watched the first two. And the second one wasn't was bad, but it was... I think it was better than the first one, because at least tried to, stay closer to the game.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. Sorry. You
I was going to say that the first one, it just felt so different. Like, it was like, people don't want to see the video game as a movie. They want a refreshing take. No, I want to see the game as a movie. Yeah. I don't want your take on it.
The second one was like the games. My only complaint with the second one is Nemesis.
Yeah, he was, 4
He died way too soon. Every Resident Evil player knows he comes back. But yeah, the first one was like, what if the game was made by Nolan Because they tried to over-explain everything about why this mansion was now filled with zombies. And I get that there was some scientific mumbo-jumbo in the games, but that wasn't the forefront of the games.
Yeah.
My other problem with the Resident Evil series is they've introduced Jill and Claire and stuff like that later on, and the character from the movie, who's the movie heroine, who's never been in the games, is constantly shown to be better than them. That just annoys me.
Yeah.
I actually only seen the movies. I've never played. I played the games afterwards, like a tiny bit, to see what they're like. But yeah, I've only ever seen the movies, and by themselves, I'll say, if you don't know what they're based on, they're mildly okay. If you don't know what they're based on.
If you don't know what they're based on, they're still crappy action films.
Like I said, they're mildly okay. Like if I'm bored and there's nothing on, I could look up names in the phone book, to see what kind of crazy names people have, or I could watch this movie.
Yeah, or
I'd go with that. I'd go with that on the poster.
Yeah, or
better than looking up random names in the phone book.
I don't know. Sometimes you get stuff like A.Gay.
Oh, there was a Mr. His actual name was Mr. Moneymaker. So like.
Did you phone him up and be like, "Shake your moneymaker"?
No. And there was a Mr. Meister. I'm like, oh, that's pretty awesome. Like Mr. Meister. Oh.
Did you find out which Meister he was? Fire.
And then there was a Mr. Purdy, and I think one of the favorite ones was like. There was, like, all these names that start with, like, ass. They were, like, Mr., like, Asanino or something like that. Or, like, I don't know, just words like, why would you have that name? Like, Asanipolis or whatever.
I'm guessing they're porn stars?
I don't know. Like, why would you have that name? Like, but this was when I was in, like, 7th grade homeroom and I had nothing to do. And that's, like, all there was in the classroom. These are just the ones I remember. Because that's how bored we were. We had, like, no homework to do or whatever.
Yeah. But I was saying, with the Resident Evil things as well with the games, be honest with it, because I know you played the first game when it first came out like I did.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's safe to say, and because video gamers now, they've been kind of spoiled with the horror stuff, because some of it's too, they just want to make you jump for the sake of it, without any real effort. Be honest. How many times did you jump during Resident Evil 1 at either A, the body in the closet that suddenly grabbed your fucking leg after you picked something up, or the one that everyone jumped at when you're walking through the corridor and the dogs jump through the window? Yeah,
that's definitely that dog scene. You're just sitting there and you're like, I know something's going to happen. I know something's going to happen. Just jumped. Yeah, that was... Yeah, that was definitely a jump scare. Well, it combines jump scare with the adrenaline of they're chasing you. So it's like a double,
yeah, I've played other games before, but none of them ever made me jump that much, because I was walking through the corridor, I'll be honest, I was like, okay, so there's zombies in this game. There's going to be a zombie probably at the end of this corridor, and I'm looking at the end of the corridor, someone behind me, boom, through the fucking window to these dogs. It's like, oh, fuck, oh. And then when you're catching your breath back in the chase, you're like, no, fuck off. And back then, it wasn't a case of your gun killed everything fast, like, boom, fuck off, I'm American, I got guns. It was like, oh, shit, I can die here.
Yeah, I ran through that room.
Back when you used to have to get, like, the ink cartridges for the typewriter. Nowadays it'd probably be a USB cable for your iPod.
And it just dies after one use.
Yeah, after one use it just dies.
It should be a battery for your iPhone, and it just runs out, that's why.
Yeah. But just to take the piss, you should, when you do it after you save, while it's turned on before you unhook it, because your battery dies, you play when it's plugged in, you have to look at, like, Twitter and get, like, tweets from other Resident Evil characters. Nemesis tweeted stars.
Albert Wesker liked this.
Every tweet that you make that gets a retweet, you get an extra bit of battery life. So you have to make your tweets very important.
Yeah. What's his name? Leo took a selfie, and it's a picture of him taking a selfie, but behind him you just see, like, all the fucking herd of zombies from Resident Evil 10. Like, he doesn't realise that.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, man. Okay, you know the part of RE2, spoilers, at the end, when Leon's trying to save Ada and she falls? like right after that, next time you upload, it says Leon has changed his status to single.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But this was also back when you used to buy those games, well, you had to buy the strategy guides to figure out the location of the fucking maps. You had to.
Yeah.
There was no way you were playing those games without the strategy guides. Nowadays, you can play a Resident Evil game and just shoot the fuck through it, because ironically, they've become more like the films, where you just like, gun everything down to the next location. It saddens me.
That's true.
Silent Hill became the same way at one point.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Silent Hill the movie, not a bad film.
I have not seen that one.
Basically, it's the same story as I think it's the first game. It's either the first or the second one of the two. And it's the same story, but they changed the sex of the main character.
Mm.
However, because it feels so much like the game, I don't care. I'm over it at this point.
So that, wow, they actually had a faithful one. I should watch that then.
What?
Just to support a video game movie that's somewhat faithful to the original.
Yeah. And video game movies I've liked, I'm just going to cover them while we talk about video game movies.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Silent Hill, the first Mortal Kombat, the animated Street Fighter films.
Yeah.
Except for Alpha. No, Alpha's the one I liked. Which one was the one I didn't like? It might be Alpha Generations or one of them. And the other one would be, what the hell was the name of it now? Prince of Persia.
Mm.
Also, I think Kill Bill is a brilliant representation of Pac-Man. Sorry, Miss Pac-Man.
There you go. No, eventually you might get a Pac-Man movie. But yeah, no, the first Mortal Kombat, that one, I did actually like
Chris
that one.
Rock.
Chris.
Pac-Man.
No, it's gotta be Shia LaBeouf. What was the other one? Oh, the Street Fighter animated movie. That one was good.
If there's anything we learned from Shia LaBeouf, he'll play Pac-Man's son, who steals all the credit from him.
I just picture, like when once the power pellet wears off and he just Shia LaBeouf's it and he's like, no, while running away from the ghosts.
See, I want to see Nolan's. I want to see Christopher, and I know we keep taking the piss out of it, which is weird, because I do actually enjoy the first two Batman films. But I want to see Christopher Nolan's Pac-Man, where when he takes a power pill, it's like the scene on Train Spotting when they've done drugs. I want to see Pac-Man like ODing and being like, fuck this ghosts, man, fuck. And it turns out the ghosts don't actually exist. They're just physical manifestations of his inner demons while he's struggling with his drug problem.
There you go.
I think I may also be an M. Night Shyamalan twist too.
It's
a reverse of the what's that film? Sixth Sense. It's the reverse of that. He's been a ghost the whole time. They've not been ghosts the whole time.
With a twist.
I was gonna say, this is why it's Ms. Pac-Man, because she kind of left him because of his drug problem.
Yep.
That'll be the DLC. You can see her story.
There you go.
You can also see the adventure of Miss Pac-Man growing up in a film called Mean Girls.
Okay, then.
Yeah, let's just invent fiction films that are actually video games. Like, fun fact for you, did you know J.J. Abrams' Star Trek is based on Space Invaders?
Is it?
Independence Day is based on Tetris.
I believe that one.
You know King Kong?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's based on that other game with a giant monkey called Kong. Punch Out Wii.
Wait,
There
what?
you go.
That doesn't have a Kong in it.
Yes, it does.
Is it?
Yeah, it has Donkey Kong as a secret playable or boss or whatever it was.
Oh, okay. I haven't played it. Like,
He's hard as hell to hit.
I know, he drives you ape.
Going bananas just fighting him.
Yeah, he makes a monkey out of you. No, let's stop.
Like in the tropical freezing place.
Yes. He's diddying your Kong. No.
what the hell?
You.
That's the M-rated version.
Yeah. But no, I've seen a lot of game movies and I don't like them. I'll admit, Tomb Raider, the first one, it wasn't too bad. To their credit, they tried to get Angelina Jolie, who kind of looked like a overly fake cartoonish woman to begin with.
That's true.
I thought with the first one, if you really went in with suspension of disbelief, like just, turn your brain off kind of movie, it wasn't too bad. And mostly just for that scene at the end. She's like riding the dog sled up the walls or something stupid.
Yep. Yeah, I thought that one wasn't too bad. The sequel wasn't as good. Doom was fucking horrible. I know Marcus enjoys Doom, so I will throw that out there that someone does enjoy that film. I just did not like Doom.
This is kind of the first Tomb Raider film you're referring to. I think is called Cradle of Life. Is the Tomb Raider? I thought that was the first one, or is it the second one?
Isn't the first one Lara Croft Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
I thought that was okay. Maybe I'm referring to the second one then. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I had the titles. I could mix them up.
It's cool. Mm-hmm. But what were you saying, Mick?
Oh, for Doom, I liked that first-person sequence. The rest of the movie was dumb, but I actually really liked that first-person.
I liked the first-person sequence.
It was like a good, just throw-in reference to the original game.
See, I liked the first-person thing as well, but ironically, I mentioned to someone, I think that entire film should have been first-person.
That would have been cool.
Sort of like Cloverfield or the Blair Witch, but this time just first person. I don't give a shit what excuse you use. Like, okay, the guy is using goggles to record what he does, puts them on at the beginning of the film, boom, the whole film's in fucking first person view. Boom, I'd fucking buy that. But no, they have to include The Rock. The Rock's not bad, but yeah.
Well, if they did it all from first person, even if the movie wasn't that good, it'd be completely remembered by the fact that it was like a movie in all first person. I don't know if they've really done any big budget ones like that. There's probably some independent ones like that, but
yeah, the only one
it'd really stick out.
I can think of Cloverfield and Blair Witch.
Oh, yeah, true. Well, Blair Witch, I guess I guess. But like it switches who has the camera, so
good point.
It'd be like one person. I think that'd be really cool. And even if it wasn't good, like I said, it'd at least be remembered about doing something different and unique.
Yeah, and plus, fans would remember it, at least they tried to be faithful.
Yeah.
I'd love that. A whole first-person view one.
Also, if you could see their
I also like that Call of Duty movie, too, that they made. Saving Private Ryan, that was pretty awesome.
I was going to say...
didn't Call of Duty invent the World Wars?
Yes.
I was just gonna say, if they had the first-person one, if they could switch inventory and showed up on the screen, changing weapons, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. And also you as well, Geeky Girl, did you know that? Did they teach you that in school or college?
Teaching what in school?
There's no such thing as World War I or World War II. They were made up by the video game industry to sell first-person shooters. In fact, Adolf Hitler, or Adolf Hitler, as he was pronounced, was actually a sweet little farmer guy that one of them met when he was on his trip to Germany. He was like, "Can I use you in a game?" And the guy was like, "Sure." He even saluted him in the air with his hand. The guy's like, "Oh, yeah, okay, got that down, cool."
I'd say, for sure.
Yeah, and then you got spin-offs too. They're like, "Okay, fine. Anne Frank, you're one of the people that worked on the game. Fine, go ahead, write your diary."
Oh, what about that, thing that Jim was talking about where Goku, was part of it, and Goku and Anne Frank, because the whole Aryan race thing, and, there was, some horrible...
I have no idea what Jim was talking about with that.
No, it was, the most unlikely pairings of something or whatever. It was, Goku and Anne Frank, so, he's...
I would say Goku and Anne Frank would actually be likely in terms of they're both outcasts from the societies and worlds in which they're from.
I don't know. I just know that he was in a video game, the Dragon Ball Z video game, and now Anne Frank's in a video game. So,
yeah.
Now they have a chance.
Anne Frank teaming up with the Red Skull would be unlikely.
Well, technically, isn't he he's not really for Hitler because he has his own plan. So.
Yeah, but he still worked for Hitler at one point in the comics. He worked for Hitler, and as well as that, he's still an evil dictator that's just like the people persecuting us. You wouldn't join him.
I feel like he can negotiate,
You might be able to.
Like,
Is
hey,
that
if
a
I
whole
could.
setup just to say that?
Yes.
I want Anne Frank in Mario Kart 8.
In Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
Can she throw her
Yes.
diary at you and it blinds you, and you have to, like, the ink spots and stuff, you have to, like, shatter it or...
What happens is Anne Frank pulls out her diary and reads Carbar to her neck too, and it rises the dead of all the fallen Jews, and they come after you in an army.
Undead Jew army. Oh my god. Why isn't that a movie? Why don't we have an Undead Jew army movie?
Because
No, we
someone
have
would
a
probably take
zombie.
offense to it.
We have a zombie where this time we're going to kill Osama bin Laden for real. Now he's back as a zombie.
I shouldn't be surprised. That sounds like it.
That exists.
Yeah.
Or maybe in one of your...
My brother owns it on Blu-ray.
Or maybe in one of your Resident Evil games, one of the zombies who came back that was Jewish, could be selling you better zombie killing weapons or something, giving you a good deal or something.
Could be.
I mean, you already got the frickin', what was it, the...
Although
Mass
Jewish...
Effect. I was gonna say, the Mass Effect small, round dudes are like space Jews, so...
Yeah. Although if you have a Jewish zombie, what you need to do is go back to their Jewish temple of worship, find the foreskin that was cut off them when they were a child, wrap it around yourself like a scarf, and when they sniff you, they believe you're them, so they leave you alone.
I can't tell you how many things in that is impossible, so... It's like at least more than 4, so... Because I was working it out in my head, and I'm like, no, that won't work. This won't work.
It's a thing. It's going to be in the book I write. But no, bad comic book movie adaptations. Like I said, there's been a load. How about Mortal Kombat 2?
Yes.
Annihilation.
That was my animality. No.
I didn't hate the guy that got to play Raiden, but he was no Highlander.
That's true, yeah.
I don't even know what that guy's called. Christopher Lambert, possibly?
Yes, Christopher Lambert.
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name properly. Whenever I see him, I think it's Highlander. Well, sadly, he's not Highlander anymore, because didn't he die so that the TV show Highlander can become the Highlander?
I was gonna say more like Zoolander.
Yeah.
There's a crossover we need. There can be only one, because more than that would be 2, maybe?
Yeah. And like another crossover we need is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, with Monster Hunter.
Oh, I thought you said Pet... I was gonna say Pet
Ace
Detective...
Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say Pet Detective, Pet Cemetery or something.
I was going to say Ace Ventura, Touch Detective.
Touch Detective!
I want to see Nintendo rip off Ace Ventura with a fictional version of Ace Ventura in the Pokemon world that wants to try and solve all the Pokemon crimes. That'd be amazing.
Oh, man.
Pika, a Pikachu. It'd be fucking awesome.
Does the detective just look like kinda like Nurse Jenny, but maybe they'll have the same face, but it'll be a male instead, so they're still kinda technically part of the police force because they look like Jenny, but they're slightly different.
I need to talk to Geodude, who turns over bends his arm. Well, this topic is... I realise the topic's probably not going the way people thought it might. And the reason for that is I think we pretty much covered what makes a bad comic book adaptation almost within the first 2 lines of not faithful to the original and if it involves urinal bowl.
Urinal bowl.
Yes.
Mr. Urinal Bowl.
Yeah. Although you also get some films which are bad, not because they're not faithful, but because they're not faithful, yes, but also because they're fucking horribly cast, horribly acted, horribly directed. Almost a complete perfect storm, if you will, of a bad film. I give to you Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li.
Oh.
The film's so bad, it makes the first one look like Citizen Kane.
Oh my god.
I thankfully have not seen The Legend of Chun-Li.
Starring, as someone else put it, starring the very Asian Kristen Krunk as Chun-Li.
Oh, wow.
And someone else pointed this out. She actually gets less Chinese the more the film goes on.
Wait, what?
Because she's played by, when as a kid, she's played by a full Chinese girl. It's like a mix, it's like a young teenager, like an older child, like starting off teenager. She's like half Chinese. And Kristen Krunk's like a fourth or fifth Chinese. So as the film goes on, you can actually see her being whitewashed.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
M. Night Shyamalan wants to direct it. That's how much it's...
Yeah. It's like, what the hell? Who the hell was it that plays Bison in that film? But oh my god.
Right,
No.
in the first one or the second one?
Second one. Not Gomez from the Addams Family.
Yeah, okay.
Blonde prick. He's been in a lot of stuff. And I say blonde prick not because the actor's a prick, but because he's always playing a douche. I have to do a gym and look it up here. I know. That's going to bug me. But, yeah, The Legend of Chung Lei. Oh my god. Why? Why was that a film? I don't know. If you've not seen it yet, have you? Did you say?
No.
You need to. You like bad films. I don't mean he likes bad films and that he has no taste, in case people think I'm taking the piss out of him there. He likes bad films in that he likes to watch him him and his wife find him to be an aphrodisiac. Or it's because they like to mock him.
Yes. I'll go with that one.
I don't think the two are mutually... I was going to say, the two aren't mutually exclusive. This film's so bad, it's good, and so are you.
Yeah.
Good thing I brought this pizza here, but I don't have any way to pay. I could think of something.
PayPal?
Yes.
If your wife's ever injured, you just drop pizza on the floor and be like, look, I've played the Turtles game. If you pick it up off the floor, you'll get your health back.
No, I go around punching drum cans until meat falls out.
Aha! M. Bison was played by Neil McDonough. McDonald?
McDonough?
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I was going to say McDonough. Because you don't know.
Yeah. That guy, I just linked them to it for you wouldn't know I said that guy. He was Lieutenant.
That guy.
In Star Trek First Contact. Yeah, that guy. You know what I mean? He always plays like a nasty-ish character sometimes.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Not as much as the guy who played the Phantom. A.K.A. Douche from Titanic.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you stole from me? You found true love? Out of my way while I save my own life. You deserve to die, you bitch. It's like you have no motives at this point, dude. I'm evil.
Yeah, that's my motive.
Yeah, which he does play it in to be fair, while his characters are 2D, the guy from Titanic, oh my god, does he play a douche so fucking well. I mean, I love Titanic, to the point where I even love his character because of how over-the-top douchiness he is. He's the perfect douche.
Is he your role model for trolling?
He is, he's my role model. Though I still say one of the best trolls I've seen in a while was done on Raw.
What's that?
Did you hear that about that troll this week on Raw?
No.
Paul Heyman. You don't mind spoilers, do you?
No.
I figured. Paul Heyman grabs a microphone and he comes out and the crowd boos and stuff. He's like, hello, you need to like me. Come on, like me, people. I'm a good person. I have kids. My kids think I'm a funny guy. I could be a funny guy. I can be a funny, likable guy. Here you go. I'll tell you what, I'll break character. I'm going to tell you all a joke right now. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Mike.
Mike who?
My client, Brock Lesnar, ended the streak. And I was like I said to Jim, I've had just amused the shit out of me. I was like, that's such a Paul Heyman troll. I like it. My client, Brock Lesnar, ended the streak. But yeah, how are you guys? What comic book films do you guys like? Any you hate? Any to turn you on, Stacey?
I'm still waiting for my Uncharted
I've seen the way
movie.
you look at Ralph.
Still waiting for my Uncharted movie, man. That'd be so awesome.
You had one. It's called Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
No, I want the one, freaking Uncharted one where, what's his face, from Firefly is the main cast.
Nathan Fillion.
And Nathan Fillion, it has to be him. And I watched the thing where they're talking about making one, and it says, who would you play as Nathan Drake? And then it says in quotes, anybody except Nathan Fillion. You're not allowed to choose him. And I'm like, God damn it, why do you say that at the bottom? It's like, pick anybody here.
It's because people choose him for everything nowadays, but yeah.
But he looks like Nathan Drake.
He does, but to be fair with that, I always say with the Uncharted thing when people mention that, I say Uncharted was a rip-off of Tomb Raider with a male person. Tomb Raider was a rip-off, as they mentioned, of Indiana Jones with a female person. So if you want to watch a male version of Tomb Raider, watch Indiana Jones.
I really like Uncharted, and I like Sully, because I don't even like Nathan Drake nearly as much as I love Sully. And I don't know this butler person that apparently Lara Croft has. I have to look him up. But, like, man, I love Sully. He's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but
And if you want to see Indiana Jones, there's 3 good movies you can watch.
There is.
3 or 4? No, 3.
1, 2, and 4. Yep, 3 good Indiana Jones films. 1, 2, and 4. No, I'm kidding. No one says that ever.
No.
It's 2, 3, 4. No. They only get better in quality.
Yeah.
But no. And I will say it's weird, because it's also, I'm going to say it's a symbiotic relationship between films and games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously I'm looking forward to some video game movies that are meant to be coming out, like I really want a God of War film.
Like Walking Dead.
Sly Cooper looks awesome.
Oh, yeah, that looks awesome, too. I was going
I'm
to
also
say...
Starring that guy you hated as Goku.
I'm also, sadly, as much as people are going to be like, huh, you are? I'm looking forward to the dark, gritty Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
That could be cool.
The reason I say that is I'm a Sonic fan, and most Sonic fans are like, dark and gritty? No, and I'm like, I don't care if it's good, I'll like it. If it's true to the source, even if it is dark, I can still like it, but yeah.
I was just going to say...
Sorry, you go.
Yeah. I was just say not The Walking Dead, the Telltale stuff, they've been, like, with The Walking Dead being a TV series and made it kind of their own thing, even though that's not, like, if that's the opposite, you know, like going from a film or TV into a game, like the reverse way, that's working pretty well. So if it can theoretically work that way, it should be able to work the reverse way, you know?
Yeah, but I was going to say, I'm saying it's a symbiotic relationship. You've got some movies, and as you put it, TV shows that make some good games, and in the case of Walking Dead, passable games. But you've also got some, and sorry, Stace, but yeah,
fun.
You got some games that are good, like the Lego games based on films are normally good. Telltale did a great one of Back to the Future, based on a movie that was good. Ghostbusters years afterwards, good. But then you also have some really shit ones. Like I know some people liked it, and if you liked it, fair enough, more power to you. I didn't enjoy the Iron Man game. Did not enjoy the Captain America game. Did not enjoy the Thor game. Did not enjoy fucking Aliens, Colonel Marines. Don't think anyone enjoyed that one. You know what I mean? Where it's like we get some games based on movies that are good, but then we get a load of games based on movies that are fucking shit because they come out at the same time as the film.
Yeah.
And we get some films that are based on games that are good, okay or good, and we get some films based on, the majority of both are fucking shit. Now the video game ones have more excuse, I feel, because they have a year to make it. You don't have to rush your film out for the next game. That's not a thing.
I have to finish this House of the Dead. The next one's coming out in a few years.
Yeah, and it'll spoil my ending. But the game's already out. Shut up, you!
I just reminds me of, what was it, in that, Thank You for Smoking? We should release cigarettes to come out with a movie. You know? You don't have to release it just because the movie's coming out.
Yeah. In fact, some of the best ones I find with video game movies, like I mentioned with Ghostbusters, we mentioned Back to the Future. You enjoyed The Walking Dead, and there's some other ones, and I think Richter's probably enjoyed some as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if I'm right, like the Lego ones and stuff, would I be right assuming the ones we enjoy are the ones that aren't rushed out within a year, ready for when the game comes out, ready for when the movie comes out. They're the ones that are released either years after it or a few years after or whenever, when they're like, let's just make a good game and it can use this license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think in some of those, it's made by people that actually respect and like the source material, so they want to make something at least somewhat faithful.
That's why I was surprised with the Lego movie video game, because it came out like around like the same time-ish, and I was surprised because like it was shorter than most, but that's expected because it came out like a lot sooner because it has to come out with the movie. But like it was actually like good.
To be fair with the Lego movie game,
yeah.
it's made by Lego. It's made by the people who are linked to the film. They would have had the get-go on what that script was going to be and what needed to be done from the get-go. Whereas some people don't even get that. Some film things, they're not even told the designs until like a year, until they've released them to the public.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just glad they didn't have to like rush it or something to time with their like movie as well or something. Like
Well, I was disappointed with Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, was that a game?
That's a horrible game with like 6 stages and that's about it. And it's like over and over again. It's really fucking shit.
I haven't even heard of it.
How can a movie based on video games get a game that's shit? It writes itself.
Yeah.
I mean, Activision, let's say Activision made it. I don't think they did. I think Disney probably made the game. But let's just assume EA made the game or Activision. You can always take the piss. You could easily take the piss. You could have Ralph, and since in the game he likes to jump between worlds, make him jump into like your FIFA and include part of the engine of that. Or jump into your Madden, or your Tiger Woods, or your Battlefield, or something. You know what I mean? They could have done so much more with this. Instead of a shitty, not quite Mario platformer that was like Mario for dummies. It was like really it was like worse than the Mario games. And I like the Mario games. It was worse. It was worse than most. You know, shit platformers that they normally release. Oh god, It was fucking horrible.
I did not even know it existed.
You didn't? Oh, go and try it, Steve.
Okay.
Get it from Redbox.
Wait, you can get games from Redbox?
Yeah. Why? What do you get from there?
Movies? Like
Redbox has movies now?
I mean, the Redbox that I have, at least here, doesn't have games on it.
Oh, that's what I use them for. I know they do movies. That was a joke, but I usually use them for games.
Oh, wait, if I play them for days, it's still $1?
It's $2 for a game.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I should like find one that does that.
I believe they have a webpage, but irregardless, as people say, the word of the day is amazeball.
Yeah, wait.
According to the box, Activision makes the Wreck-It Ralph game. Nice.
Yeah.
You know what I would have done? Put in Skylanders.
Yes.
Or at least have him burst through the wall and include some Skylanders there in a fun little game similar to Skylanders where you're playing as Ralph.
Or at least they make him say like some kind of Kool-Aid quote while bursting through a wall.
Or imagine if Ralph said like, you know what? I'm pretty hungry right now. He sees a sign when he bursts through the wall. Oh, there's some cars, and he walks in there. It's like the first-person shooter.
That would be funny.
But are there any other bad video game movies that anyone could think of?
I don't know. Do you have any, Rick?
I saw part of the Blood Rain movie. That was terrible.
We'll say some of the animated ones are good as well.
Yeah.
I loved the Mass Effect. No, not the Mass Effect. I haven't seen that
Dragon
one.
Age one?
Dragon Age one, that's the one. Where it had nothing to do with the film, with the game. The film had nothing to do with the film.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the one with the... Is this like the weird CGI one where the blood mages are like gremlin people?
Yes.
Oh, I thought that was horrible. Oh my god. Like, I actually watched it for reals while paying attention, like, really detailed.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I watched it again like a month or two ago. Cause
Really?
I couldn't even
When
remember.
when I streamed it to you, you didn't pay much attention to it. You're like, oh yeah, I missed that. Oh, I couldn't really see it properly. And at the end, you're like, that was so shit. I promise you, I'm never ever watching that again. That's
See,
horrible.
I was curious. So I'm like, what if I actually I feel like I didn't give it a chance, you know? So I decided to watch it again, and like, I swear, like, all the blood mages are slowly flying away, and like, they're freaking little crow things, and I'm like, gee, I wonder if we had something called a ranged weapon of some sort, you know, to take them out of the sky. Nope, that doesn't exist. Let's put our holiest of holy person on a podium, and surrounded by people, in the most assassinate me area ever. It's like, the only good thing about it, I swear, was that they had the person from, what was it, what is that anime that, not Simon recommended, somebody else, okay, there's an anime basically where there's a butler who's, Black Butler, that's it. So that Black Butler, the kid makes a deal with a demon, and, the demon is not like a bad demon, it's kind of like more of a Japanese sense of a demon where he's just magical and helps him out or whatever. But, like, he makes a deal with a demon. The voice of the kid who makes the deal with the demon is the voice of the betrayer in the frickin', betrayer of the Grand Cleric or whatever. So it's the same voice, you know? The evil kid plays evil, like, cleric betrayer person.
Yeah. See, like I said, I thought the Dragon Age one wasn't that bad. I thought it did the universe well. A lot of the stuff that happens in that happens in the game still.
I guess,
So I
but
was like, I can excuse this. Why not? It's like the games.
The mage used a bottle of fire when he could have just shot fire himself. I don't think he did any magic other than the fact that he told her he was a mage. Like,
how do you know? Maybe he was low on mana.
But, like, he stole a bottle of fire so he could use it as a weapon when he is a weapon. And it's like, why?
He's out of ethers.
And not to mention,
So that's like if I'm playing as a healer, I still take healing potions.
I guess, but that kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. Like,
not really, because
it's backup.
Yeah,
and where did all those mages?
Boy Scout mentality.
And where did all those goddamn mages come from at the end of the movie? Like,
did you see that film, Rick?
Yes.
Did you like that one, the Dragon Age one?
I did.
I mean, it's good if you're, like, on crack or you're really high. And you're like, hey, man, look at all these colors. Yeah, stuff.
I don't think Rick's on crack.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, like, that's just, or maybe if you just turn off your brain, I don't know.
Hasn't Rick told you anything? Sport is his anti-drug.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need an
I love referencing that. I don't know why.
No. It's just like all these mages who could have helped everything come out of nowhere to fight the other mages, and it's like, hey, there's this thing called Smite, you know? It's when Templars fight mages. Oh, wait, Templars don't fight mages in this. You know?
Yeah, like I said, the Dragon Age one was pretty cool. The Resident Evil ones that were animated were pretty cool. Haven't seen the Mass Effect one. Although the Resident Evil one was a little cliched, but at certain points. But I haven't seen the Mass Effect one yet. The reason I meant the Resident Evil one was a little cliched for my liking. I liked it, but not as much as I would have if it wasn't for when I was watching it with, I think it was the Crispy. Every time something happened, before it happened, I was able to predict what was about to happen. Yeah. It was like, oh, okay, there's a timer bomb there, he's going to detonate it right on this exact set, and I mentioned the second, boom, that's the second he detonated. It's like, yeah, it's a little too cliched for my liking, if that makes sense. But I could get over it, because it was closer than that during the fucking live-action films.
Yeah. I never saw the first one. Was that Degeneration?
Yeah,
I didn't see that one. I saw the second one.
Ah, fair enough. I don't think I saw the second one. I saw Degeneration, and all I know from the second one is everyone says it's as good as the first, if not a little better. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Warden's Downfall web series, I think it was like a 5-minute web series or something in like 6 parts or something, that was amazing.
So was Mortal Kombat Legacy.
Yeah.
Still need to watch season 2 of that.
Yeah.
One day, Rick, me and you need to do a review of Mortal Kombat Legacy. Co-review. When we do it, every time we go, just before we end it, you need to go, finish it! And that's where we give our final ratings.
There you go.
Thank you, Victor, for come here! what's wrong, Victor? Oh, it's a little hot in here, is it? And you go, yeah, it's toasty. Or, better yet, we get Jeff to record on green screen, or Marcus, we get Marcus to record on green screen, we cut him out, and we put him in the corner going, toasty! In Simon's voice.
That was funny.
But yeah, I think we've exhausted the subject.
Yeah, I think so.
Stacy killed it.
So, I know. So if anyone that has...
question it.
If anyone is making video game movies, be faithful to the source material, and it'll end up at least better.
And anyone's making a film where if you're in a bowl, kill him.
Yeah. Dude, he's a jerk. He wanted to, like, he was so mad that people hated him. But he's like, fine, I'll box one of my critics. And this dude, like, was like, fine, I'll fight you. And he's like this super jacked guy. And then he was all like, oh, no, I'm sick that day. I can't do it. And it's like, you ass. You can't even put your money where your mouth is.
I saw an interview with him on something. I can't remember where it was. Where he mentioned, the video game geeks need to get over it. The stories that I tell on my film are for a much more sophisticated audience. And the genre of basement dwellers or something like that play video games don't need to leave their parents' basements to go and watch a film. That's not my audience.
Wow.
And I'm like, bravo! Bravo on selling your film. You're just basically telling people, hey, you play video games, yeah? I'm going to piss all over you. I'm going to make you pay me to do it. So.
And I'll call it art.
But at least he's honest. At least he's more honest than some people who ruin stuff from childhood.
Yeah.
Like Geeky Girl.
Oh.
I know, well, she's the worst one.
I'm just a horrible racist. I just abuse Victor all the time.
That's true.
You mentally torture the poor guy.
Yeah.
You need to be a star, Rick.
That's why he's the sad gamer, because he's just so sad.
Yes.
Oh.
He cries while playing games.
Boy, I believe Victor had something to say. Something
I was just
trying to be a host.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just going to take us out.
Yeah, I was wrapping this up.
Yeah. So, thank you everyone for joining us for another XGR, maybe in the morning.
Woo!
And we will hope to have you listen to us next week. Thank you very much.
Yay!
Good night.
But